My deepest apologies. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm your future and your prophecy. Navigate the way to the top, girl. Just follow me.
Hello everyone, it's Be Divine Minded, Goddess Fumilaya, Jennifer Holmes. I am making this video because I know it's been a long time and I know you guys probably really miss me. Of course I miss you guys also. I'm just out here enjoying this beautiful weather in Atlanta. The trees, the grass, the birds, everything is just beautiful to me. I love nature. But yeah, it's been a while since I made a video, and I've been working on so many different projects. If you know me, you understand that I'm all over the place. Right now, I'm still working on my travel business. I still have been doing my nursing, my home care nursing. I'm going to be starting school in a few weeks, and I've been traveling back and forth, helping my mom. I've been, just spending lots of time with my boys, trying to, teach them a lot of things and keep them busy over the summer. I've been doing so much, but, the reason why I'm able to really step back is because I took a couple years and I started just studying everything. I made a lot of videos, and I showed you along my journey all the different things I was learning. And, there was a particular book that's really grabbed my attention, and it's really taught me so much. And, I just wanted to share that with you. These are the universal laws of nature. Once I finally understood these laws and tried to apply them to my life, that's when I started seeing amazing things happen within my body, outside of my body, mentally, spiritually. It's just really changed my life, and it's made me look at things in a whole new light. Excuse the noise, but of course when you're outside, you're gonna hear all type of stuff. Religion is like a mental prison, and it really had me searching, and it wasn't until I read certain books like the Kyballion, the Law of the Cosmos. I read Circle 7. I feel like I honestly wish someone would have told me about these principles at a younger age, but I know that everything happens in divine timing. So the student, which was me, I was ready to learn it, and it came to me, and it completely changed my life. Ooh, I love that noise. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is the law of mentalism. This one right here is like the foundation of all the other laws, okay? The law of mentalism, it gives you the understanding that the all is mind. We as a human, a species, the birds, the bees, everything that we see in a material, physical world is all a thought of the great all. And if you really don't know what the great all is, it's everything that you can possibly think of within your mind. Anything that you can possibly, the universe, spirit, energy, it's all. Okay, so the law of mentalism, it shows you that the all is in the mind. Okay, so as we go along with these further laws of nature or universal principles, you'll get to see a little bit more what I mean when I say the all is mind. Whatever it is that you believe in your mind is what is going to really manifest in your physical world, and like a lot of people, they really truly believe that they're going to be in hell, they're going to hell when they die. If you fully wholeheartedly believe that, and you don't live according to the laws that you wholeheartedly believe in, your spirit, your energy is going to end up in that place, because we create what it is we think. So again, remember, the all is mind. So as I go along, just always go back to the law of mentalism, okay? So the next law that we're going to talk about is the law of correspondence. This one states that as above, so below, as below, so above. So basically my understanding of it is, whatever it is that you think of on the inside is what's going to transmit on the outside. If you're going around about your day and you're feeling down and you like, this day sucks, I hate my life, I do this, you're going to end up with a life that you hate, because whatever it is that you feel on the inside is going to show on the outside. You know, you walk around smiling, I'm living in bliss, you appreciate the things that you have. You know, you enjoy the people you're around, you enjoy what you do. The effect of that is going to be, you're going to receive more things that you enjoy. You're going to receive more things that you love, because that is, again, back to the law of mentalism. The all is mine. And going to correspondence, what you believe is what you will achieve. You know, what is on the inside is what will manifest on the outside. So all these laws go together, you know, so you'll see that as I go further. Okay, so I'm going to read a scripture that really stuck with me back when I was studying the Bible and back when I was claiming Christianity. This certain scripture really stuck out to me even to this day, and that was years ago. So I'm going to read this scripture to you. I do not know it by heart. So the scripture is Romans 1:20. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. So he's basically showing you, or she's basically showing you, the great awe, as above, so below, is showing you that what it is you see on this physical plane is the same as what it is on the spiritual and mental plane. There are planes beyond our knowing, and once you learn how to master and understand one plane, you'll be able to understand those above and those under, okay? Because as above, so below. As below, so above. Do you get what I'm saying here? I'm trying to help you understand it, because I know I'm one of those people where it's like, okay, stop talking gibberish, speak naturally, speak normal, speak in layman's terms so I can understand you, you know? So that's what I'm trying to do. The next principle we're going to talk about is the principle of vibration. Okay, so the law of vibration states that everything moves, nothing rests, okay? So you can have things that look like they're not moving at all, but they're actually moving. You can have things that's moving super fast and look like they're not even moving at all. You know, it's always important to vibrate on the level that of the things that you want. You know, if you want people to treat you good and you want, you know, your man to love you and do right by you, you have to do right by him. You have to vibrate on that level. You have to, you know, think on a higher state. And this goes back to law of correspondence as well as law of mentalism, because what it is you think is what will manifest. So, you know, you always want to control your vibration by understanding the law of mentalism and learning to bring positive thoughts into your life and push out negative thoughts. You know, focus on the things that you want. Vibrate higher, okay? So, excuse me if I'm all twisted up with that one, but hope you get what I mean. So the next one is law of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has its pairs, everything has its opposites, okay? The law of polarity is just like a battery. You have the plus and negative, you have girl and boy, you have up and down, you have hot and cold. Now, everything has its opposites, but even those opposites are identical in nature. Understanding that they are identical in nature, but they're just to a certain degree. What helped me understand this law was when they put in an example. When you look at the thermostat, you see if you can tell, you know, where hot starts and where cold starts. And you're looking at these numbers and it's really all perception, because you really can't tell where hot and cold start. It's still the same thing that you're measuring. It's just to a certain degree. And then it's all about perception. With the law of polarity, you can look at things like love, hate, hot, cold, up, down. These things are all opposite, but they're all identical. The next one is the law of rhythms. In nature, when you have the seasons, you know, when you have cycles, like with women, we have our period cycles, and when you have, you know, just cycles, like the butterfly and the caterpillar, there's always going to be cycles and rhythms in life. You know, everything flows in and out. It's like the ebb and flow, you know, the high tide and the low tide. It's just like destruction and creation, the rise and the fall of certain nations, you know. So when you understand the rhythm, you understand when things are going really, really good. You always have to maintain a level of peace, because you understand that the law of rhythm, that, you know, when things are going up, eventually things are going to go down. Or you can try to manipulate that by using the law of mentalism, when understanding when things is going really, really great. Understand the law of mentalism and constantly focus on more positive things, so that you can kind of, because the law of mentalism is, like I said, it's the center. Okay, it's like the center of all of these laws. So when you know, learning about the law of rhythm, and you learning how to, you know, strengthen your mind, you have to also always use the law of mentalism. Okay, you learn your cycle. You know, you learn, okay, if I don't want a baby right now, you know, you don't want to put all those bad stuff up in your body, birth control and all those drugs. You know, you want to learn and master your own body. So I know my cycle. I know between this day and this day I cannot have unprotected sex, or I cannot have sex, period, because I can get pregnant, you know. And you learn your cycle. You learn, because this is something that's scientific, it's natural, it's gonna happen like clockwork. Okay, so this is what I mean by the law of rhythm and mastering yourself. Okay, y'all, so the next one is cause and effect. This is something that we've heard over and over again. This is one of those laws that we pretty much all know, but we just don't learn how to master it. So you know that everything has an effect. Every cause has an effect. Every action has a reaction. We reap what we sow. If you want to receive more, then what you're going to have to do is change the cause and start doing more. And then the effect would be you will receive more. You know, if you know that if you call your man and you start arguing, or you call with an attitude, you know that the effect might be he's going to hang up on you. So you want to start to control your causes so that your effects will work out in your favor. So I'm going to throw another law in there. It's the law of gestation. Now, a lot of these laws are, there's 7 basic principles, but there's other universal laws that can correlate and also be like a branch off of one of these 7 principles. So I'm going to talk about the law of gestation. Everything has a time and a purpose. Everything we desire will happen in divine timing. Just like when we're, you know, having a baby, you know, first that seed is planted, and it takes a certain amount of time for the heart, the lungs, and all these different organs to grow. Eventually, after 9 full months, we'll be a full developed baby. It's all gestation. It's all divine timing. You know, when you plant that seed, as long as you water it and nourish it, will form into what it is that you want it to form into. That's the law of gestation. Excuse me. We have another one called law of relativity. The law of relativity is like a series of tests. You know, it tests our endurance and our strength. It's things that we're going to go through in order to make us stronger. Nothing really exists unless it relates to us. Or, you know, if something has happened across the world, it really don't affect us unless we can put ourselves in that situation and make it relate to us, because we're all connected. So it really does help us learn to understand that no matter what we're going through, you know, there's always someone going through something worse. Now, the law of gender is something that I'm still working towards understanding. The couple of books that I did read, you know, I do know that it's not about lust or, you know, the physical act of sex as we think of it, or what's being portrayed in the media and everything. But it explains how within everything physical, there's a feminine and a masculine energy within that. You know, every woman has some form of male hormones, and every male has forms of feminine hormones. You know, we're all connected. We all have a feminine and a masculine energy. A part of me feels like in the spiritual world is physical, is masculine, and it's feminine, but on a material world we're separated into men and women. And this is going to be another video, but I also always said that the feminine energy has been suppressed for so long that eventually, or what's happening now in 2017, the feminine energy, because the earth is going to always balance itself out, the feminine energy is now coming in through males. Now, I don't want to judge anybody. I love everyone, you know. It's just my own little conspiracy thing, you know. Once I study a little bit more on the law of gender, I swear I will make a full video just on that. But yeah, so these are some of the things that I study, and I try to, you know, apply to my life in every situation. Things that I go through when I'm dating with my kids, my family. I try to always understand the law of mentalism, and that things aren't always what it appears to be. I try to always understand that it's always perception, always put myself in other people's shoes. I try to, give what it is that I want. It's like the golden rule: do unto others as you want them to do to you. Once I learned about these principles, it is, and I still have a lot more learning. I am a forever student. But once I was presented with these principles, it kind of helped me say, you know what? Religion is so much, it's so petty. It only focuses on fear and death, and it doesn't focus on creating heaven right here on earth. It doesn't focus on math and science. And I just really wanted to share that. I feel like if we learned to study ourselves, just like as above, so below, within, as without, if we learn to study who we are, we will learn to understand the world around us, and we will be able to ascend and become the gods and goddesses that we are put here to be. I'm one of them people, I get what I need out of a book and I'm done with it, even though I always go back and try to reread it or whatever, because I know I need the information. But I've been a big head, hard head all my life, think I know everything, and now I'm actually studying and I'm putting the information with the wisdom and understanding that I already thought I had. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, Be Divine Minded. Please like my Facebook page, Be Divine Minded, and like me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, and I will definitely follow you back. BeDivineMinded.com for my website. And yeah, I love you all. Please share this video because I feel like a lot of people might need this. And I know I'm not a teacher. I'm definitely going to be taking some English courses when I get back in school. I'm not perfect. I'm learning. I'm just trying to share the information that I receive. So peace and love to all of you guys. Oh yeah, I do a podcast now. Make sure you guys check out Necessary Blackness Podcast. You can find it on iTunes or Google Play. We talk about all type of issues within the Black community. We talk about just everything. Okay, so this week coming up, we have a show on polygyny. So make sure you guys check it out, and BeDivineMinded.com is my website. And peace out.
My deepest apologies. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm your future and your prophecy. Navigate the way to the top, girl. Just follow me.